As always, when something is profitable, diversity, equity, and inclusion rears its ugly head. Because it's not enough to just not be an ist or a phobe, it has to be preached ad nauseum. If you're not actively denouncing white people and giving undeserved praise on minorities, women, and homosexuals, then you're a horrible person, and you probably support Trump. But before we get into this, do me a favor and smack that like button and subscribe to this channel.
It's racial.
Why is everything so racial these days? I remember a time when Michael Jackson was the biggest star on the planet, when Eddie Murphy was the funniest man on earth, when Samuel L. Jackson was the most prolific actor in Hollywood, when Oprah Winfrey became one of the richest women in the world, when Barack Obama was the most popular politician in America. But what did these 5 individuals have in common? Long before social justice warriors felt minorities couldn't achieve anything without their help. Wait, it's coming to me. Forget it. If you can figure it out, let me know in the comments down below. Founded in 2018, Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative development and consultation studio based in Montreal and working around the globe. Our mission is to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying and enriching the video games industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, more inclusive for everyone. Inclusive. Who isn't included from purchasing a game? And who buys a game looking to play it themselves? If only there were a create-a-player option in video games. We believe you need diverse voices to solve diverse problems. Sweet Baby Inc. provides narrative consultation at any stage of development, hosting a talented team with vetted industry experience to bring your best story to life. Gotta make sure all the buzzwords are prevalent. I would think most people would want anyone with experience and skill to solve their problems, but that's just me. New and marginalized talent can change this industry if given the proper support. We want to provide this through our outreach programs. Marginalized? Who's marginalized? That diverse individual that wears their sexuality on their sleeve, demands that you use their preferred pronouns, given brownie points for their skin tone, and can wear a pride shirt? Or that other guy who's considered cisgender against his will, told to denounce his whiteness, and will be chastised if he wore a white pride shirt? So you tell me, who's marginalized? Proponents of diversity, equity, and inclusion seem to believe diversity only means race. How insulting is that? It's kind of like when a politician thinks all of one group thinks alike.
I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump.
To see what games Sweet Baby Inc. has been involved in, check out Sweet Baby Inc. Detected on Steam to see their list. They're just letting people know if Sweet Baby Inc. was involved with the development of a game, but Sweet Baby Inc. has been screaming that they are being attacked. But if the info comes directly from Sweet Baby Inc., where's the lie? Then there's also this. If this doesn't make you feel included, then clearly you are the problem. Now, what does intersectional politics have to do with a God of War video game? Did a race swap bring people into the game or take them out of it? God of War is based on Norse mythology, which comes from the northernmost part of Europe, like Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Iceland. You know, areas of the Caucasian persuasion. If someone says Norse and you think white people, congratulations! That means you were awake during social studies class. Now, if someone said Zulu warrior and instead of this guy, you thought this guy, then somebody should really slap the hell out of you. Now, for shits and giggles, let's replace these Zulu warriors with 2 white guys and an Asian and a gay Hispanic female Zulu warrior in a wheelchair. Why? Because fuck it, that's why. Here we have an actual Zulu tribe supported by historical facts and data. And here's the diverse Zulu tribe supported by warm fuzzy feelings and stupidity. I have never played a video game and thought to myself, it needs more intersectional politics. When I play a game, it comes down to two things. A, did the story engage me? And B, was the gameplay fun? We play games to be transported into a different world, to escape our reality. We already play a game that features our reality. It's called life. If diversity, equity, and inclusion was the narrative back in 1980, we'd have a game called Cis Man, and he'd be chased by 4 liberal white women with colored hair calling him a bigot.
Bigot, 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 bigot.
There's no modern gaming audience. It's just the audience. That's like saying you're making a game for people who currently exist. There's a word for that. And if you make a game for people who don't exist, guess what happens? Apparently, if you're against Sweet Baby Inc., then you must be a racist. Usually, people who subscribe to this mentality, their argument usually boils down to, it shouldn't matter if the character is diverse. And for the most part, it doesn't matter. But by the same token, why does it matter if they are? A character should make sense, and a race or gender narrative shouldn't be forced. My question is this: at what point is it acceptable to criticize content featuring diverse characters? Because anytime a critique is made, and let's be real, how many people are actually racist? Show of hands. But let's look at the diversity, equity, and inclusion logic here. It's primarily used by race baiters because that's where the money is made. Notice, there's no groups acting on behalf of little people in pro sports. Why? There's no money in it. Now, as cute as it would be to see someone with dwarfism in the NBA or the NFL, etc., there's no money in that fight. But as soon as you threaten to call somebody racist, everybody's like, so companies are willing to pay consultants like Sweet Baby Inc. to give them the stamp of not racist on their hand. What it comes down to is this. The D.E.I. argument is just a parasite that hitches itself to whatever will bring in the cash, because cash buys control. Companies like Sweet Baby Inc. use diversity, equity, and inclusion for their personal benefit, not for the benefit of all. Because when you say you support inclusion, you could also be saying you support exclusion. You don't make things right by listing a quota and checking boxes. You make things better by widening the pool of people who are interested. Because if a particular group of people aren't interested, you will never meet that quota. D.E.I. is about the control. Gay Pride Month? Straight Pride Month. Even though over 90% of the population is straight, if you can say you control 5% of the population, okay, whatever. Who gives a shit? But if you can say you control 95% of the population, that's power. DEI is a business, and it pays well. Unfortunately, it can also destroy what you've built.